Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of English Podcast. I am so happy to be here today with all of you. And of course, I am joined by my dear friend and co-host, Adam. How are things going with you today, Adam?
Hey, Sarah. I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. It is always a pleasure to sit down here and record these episodes. I have been looking forward to our conversation all week long. How about you, Sarah? Are you ready for what we have planned today?
I am more than ready, Adam. But before we dive into our very exciting topic for today, we want to take a quick moment to talk to our amazing listeners. If you are enjoying our content, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button right now.
Exactly, Sarah. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our future lessons. Your support really helps us to keep creating these videos for you. So thank you so much for being part of our community. Now, let's get started.
Today, Adam, we are going to talk about a topic that I think is very important for every English learner. And that is confidence. Many people know the grammar and they know the words, but they are too afraid to speak. What do you think about this, Adam? Why is confidence so hard to build?
That is a great question, Sarah. I think the main problem is that people are afraid of making mistakes. They want to be perfect from the very first day. But the truth is, you cannot become fluent without making hundreds of mistakes first. Confidence comes from practice, not from being perfect.
I totally agree with you. And another thing I noticed is that people always compare themselves to others. They see someone on YouTube speaking perfect English, and they feel bad about their own level. This comparison trap is what kills motivation. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. Everyone's journey is different. You should only compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. If you learned only one new word today, you are already better than you were before. That is the mindset we need to encourage.
But, Adam, what about the fear of what other people will say? Many students tell me, Sarah, I am afraid people will laugh at my accent. Or, I am afraid they won't understand me. How can they overcome this specific fear?
Well, honestly, most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge you. When you speak to a native speaker, they are usually happy that you are trying. To learn their language, they care about the message, not the small grammar mistakes.
That's a very comforting thought. So, let's talk about practical steps. I always suggest starting very small. I call it the 5-minute rule. Just practice speaking for 5 minutes alone in your room. It builds a safe space before you go out and talk to the world.
That is a brilliant tip, Sarah. Small steps lead to big results. When you succeed in doing something small, your brain gets a little boost of confidence. And then tomorrow, you will feel ready to try for 10 minutes. It's all about building momentum.
Exactly. It's like going to the gym. You don't get strong in one day. You get strong because you show up every single day. Language learning is the same. It is a habit, not a task that you finish and forget.
I love that analogy. Consistency is the key. If you study for 10 hours once a month, you will forget everything. But if you study for 15 minutes every single day, your brain starts to rewire itself to understand English naturally.
Let's talk more about perfectionism, because I think it is a prison. Some people wait until they are ready to speak. But the truth is, you will never feel 100% ready. You have to start while you are still feeling a bit scared.
You are right. Progress is better than perfection. In fact, mistakes are actually proof that you are trying and learning. If you aren't making mistakes, it means you aren't challenging yourself enough.
One thing that helped me personally was listening a lot. When I listen to podcasts like ours, I hear how people naturally transition between ideas. It makes the language sound less like a textbook and more like a real-life tool.
Yes, passive listening is so powerful. Even if you don't understand every single word, your ears are getting used to the rhythm, the stress, and the intonation. This makes you more confident when it's your turn to speak.
Here is another tip I want to share. Record yourself speaking on your phone. Then listen to it. It might feel awkward at first, but it helps you hear your own progress and fix your own mistakes without any pressure from others.
That is a very brave exercise. But it works. It helps you become your own teacher. When you hear your voice, you start to realize that you are actually much better than you thought you were.
Now, let's talk about a secret technique: visualization. Have you ever tried to imagine yourself giving a perfect presentation in English before you actually do it? It's like a mental rehearsal. Adam, does this really work?
It absolutely does, Sarah. Many professional athletes use this. If you close your eyes and see yourself speaking confidently, your brain starts to believe it is possible. You are training your nervous system to stay calm instead of feeling panic.
That is so true. And speaking of feeling calm, I think learning phrases helps a lot with that. When you know a full sentence by heart, you don't have to think about grammar rules. It just flows out of your mouth naturally.
Exactly. Don't just study apple or go. Study I would like to go. This gives you a template in your mind. When you have these templates ready, your confidence goes up because you aren't building every sentence from zero.
Let's move to another point: your environment. If you are surrounded by people who are always negative, it is very hard to stay confident. You need to find a group of friends who encourage you, even if you make a mistake.
100% agreement. There. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people are also learning and staying positive, you will grow much faster. Find your tribe of learners.
But, Adam, let's be honest, some days are just bad English days. You wake up and you feel like you forgot everything. You can't even remember the word for water. How do we survive those days without losing our confidence?
Oh, I have those days too. It's okay to have a bad day. It's just your brain taking a rest. Don't be hard on yourself. Take a break. Watch a movie and try again tomorrow. One bad day doesn't mean you lost your progress.
If someone has to speak in public, maybe in a meeting or a classroom, what is the one tip you would give them to look confident, even if they are shaking inside?
My tip would be slow down. Nervous people tend to speak very fast. If you take a deep breath and speak slowly, you look more in control. Plus, it gives your brain time to find the next word.
I love that. And I want to add one more thing. Reward yourself. If you had a conversation in English today, go buy yourself a coffee. Treat yourself. Positive reinforcement makes your brain love the learning process.
That is a great psychological trick. Celebrate the effort, not just the result. If you tried to speak, you already won. Confidence is built on these small celebrations of courage.
Adam, some people say they get discouraged when they listen to native speakers because they are too fast. Is it better to listen to slow English or real fast English?
Start with slow English to build your foundation. But don't stay there forever. You need to challenge your ears, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos with subtitles. Your brain is amazing at adapting to speed over time.
One of my favorite habits is thinking in English. When I am walking in the street, I try to describe what I see in my head. There is a blue car. The weather is nice. This builds confidence without the pressure.
I do that too. It's like a private practice session. When you talk to yourself in English, you become comfortable with the sounds. Then, when you talk to someone else, it feels familiar.
We have talked about so many things today. Visualization, the 5-minute rule, choosing your environment, and celebrating your wins. It all comes down to one thing: showing up every single day.
Exactly, Sarah. Confidence is a journey, not a destination. You don't arrive at confidence. You build it every single time you choose to speak instead of staying silent.
I hope our listeners feel inspired today. Thank you so much for this deep conversation, Adam. It was really helpful. And to our listeners, thank you for staying with us until the end. We really appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Please let us know in the comments, what is your biggest challenge with confidence? We would love to hear from you.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with a friend. We will see you in the next episode of English Podcast. Until then, keep practicing and stay confident. Bye for now.